I'll have you know, Mr. the Warhagen, a streamer is never late. He arrives precisely when he means. I just waited for the first non-member to comment, and then I hit the launch button. It has nothing to do with the fact that I've just picked the kids up from a 3-hour birthday party, brought them home, made them supper. I was just giving the little one his supper, and I was like, shit, it's 1:30. And then I came in here and was like, oh, we've got a stream to do. Right? So, it's got nothing to do with that. We arrived precisely when we meant. Okay? Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Wednesday evening. Again, I keep saying fine. It's grim here at the moment. I mean, you can't. It's the office. You can't sit. But it's grim here at the moment. Trust me. Wait, it was rained a lot, right? It rained loads. I get excited when I see grey names, Mr. the Wagon, because it means that you lot, if you wanted to, could attempt to gift that man a membership. And we have a list of Joe sympathisers. We'll talk about this a little bit tonight. I think it's an interesting topic, actually. I feel a little bit guilty. We'll get into it. Before we get into it, if you haven't already, please make sure you smash all those magical YouTube buttons for us. I ask you every single time. And there's 100+ people watching and only 51 likes so far. It's free. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. A lot of people have been doing that lately. That started to happen. Thank you. If you've been hitting that sub button, if you are a new subscriber to the channel, thank you so much. Sincerely appreciate you being here. Please keep coming and hanging out with us. Will Stewart, oh my fucking god. He's just flopped the biggest dick out of all and became a Thane tier member. What an absolute fucking hero. The Thanes will all get wildly excited now, and WhatsApp will start popping off of people going, new Thane, new Thane. In Discord, you can find yourself a Thanes WhatsApp link now that you've upgraded. Once Discord catches up and realizes you're a Thane, I'll give you a WhatsApp link. Click that link, get yourself into WhatsApp, and come and hang out with the Thanes because they're amazing people. Absolutely amazing people. Anyway, thank you so much. Straight up to nearly 70 likes. You people are incredible. Thank you so much. You are heroes. If you want to support us this evening, there's many ways you can do that. You can become a member or upgrade your membership like Mr. the Will did. Or you can gift memberships. We have a target of 100 for a stream. 150 gets us a Lictor t-shirt giveaway. We do that every single time now we hit 150 members. We do a Lictor t-shirt giveaway. And then, oh my God, Will. And there, fucking hell. And then you can also super chat, whereby you pay money to send us a big colourful postcard, and my glamorous AI assistant Amy will read it out for us. Will, thank you for 20 gifted memberships as well. Oh my God, showing the chat how it's done. You fucking legend. I love you. Thank you so much. 20 gifted is mad good. On top of being a Thane. He has double-dicked it, Dandy Deadpool. That's exactly what he's done. What a fucking hero. Thank you so much. You're a legend. That's amazing. You're incredible. You're amazing. Showing you how it's done, chat. Maybe everybody else can follow suit and gift maybe just 5. Will's doing the lifting. Gifts 5. Like Pete, he's just gifted 5. Just as I said. Thank you so much, Pete, for the 5 gifted memberships. You fucking hero. What a legend. You're all amazing. You people are incredible. We're up to a quarter way to the target already. We haven't even started. Okay. Let's get on to the topic, right? I think I was a bad opponent. What I want to know is the burden on me or is the burden on the game? We're going to get into it, right? Last night, as you know, Joe, if you watched it anyway, Joe played his beloved Dread Talons attachment from the new Chaos Space Marine book. We did both of us agreed pre-stream off camera that it's a bad attachment. I didn't want to run World Eaters and just run into it because I didn't think that would be very good, and I don't really rely on stratagems. I didn't want to run Dark Angels and just run into it because he just struggled to kill Deathwing Knights, and I have typically quite high leadership. We were looking through the armies. I was like, maybe Christopher Sanford, Police Station Gloucester. Thank you so much for 5 gifted, you legend. Maybe Guard, maybe Sisters, but Guard are scheduled soon anyway against a different faction. So I said, what do you want to do, Joe? He's like, we haven't used Sisters for ages, let's use Sisters. So I looked into the Sisters Codex, right? There's lots of Leadership 7 across the Sisters. I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense, right? Leadership 7 with the Night Lord's rules means there's at least a 50-50 chance of me failing a leadership check and therefore a battle shock test. And if you get the -1, it gets even better for you, and maybe we'll see some of your stuff happen, right? And I said, I did a thing, chat. I'm going to hold my hands up here and say I was a bit of a knob. Right? I did a thing in the first turn with the Triumph of St. Catherine. So the Triumph of St. Catherine can give out 2 buffs as an aura in every battle round. Well, from their command phase. And I said in the first battle round I wouldn't use the +1 leadership because I felt like that was probably not a good idea. And then he charged me with a Harken unit and he made me -2 to leadership 7, so I was on leadership 9. I was like, oh, I probably need that +1. Exorcists also give out a +1 leadership. And so in the end, what I did for sake of simplicity for the rest of the game was like +1 leadership, 6 up for no pain from the Triumph. So from battle round 2 onwards, I used those rules, those particular rules, right? I got called out in the chat, in the comments afterwards about that, and it was a right call out. This is one of those occasions, one of those rare occasions where someone goes into the comment section and calls me out, and I sat back and I was like, I think they're right. I think I bombed it though. I think I tried too hard. I think I was too like, I've got a rule that flat counters your rule, so why wouldn't I use it? And I think I shouldn't have done that. I think to show you guys off properly that detachment, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have used that rule. I shouldn't have used the +1 leadership. I should have let. I don't actually think it would have made a massive difference to the game. Actually, I don't think there were any occasions where I passed a battle shock literally on the number. If there was, it was once or twice, if that. So I actually don't think it made a massive difference. But that's not the point here. So I actually believe personally, in the grand scheme of the actual game last night, this particular interaction would have made literally 0 difference. I'm going to put that on the table now. I don't think it would have made any difference whatsoever. But that's not why I think it makes me a bad opponent. And this is where I'm curious as to whether you guys think it's on the player or on the army. Now, I have a theory here. I think I know where most of you are going to go. But I knew I had the access to a rule that completely negates Joe's narrative rule, right? And I chose to use it when I could have chose something else that would have perhaps been more fun, okay? And moreover, the most important part of picking that different rule would have been it's less of a feels bad for Joe. It's less of a feels bad for my opponent when I'm not picking +1 leadership to counter his -1 leadership. And again, I legitimately think for the whole of the game last night, it didn't make any difference whatsoever, but it made him feel shitty probably when he went, well, my army rule's now pointless because you've just got that +1. Right? And that makes it a bit of a dick move, if you think about it. It makes it a bit of a dick thing to do. Even if it didn't actually make any difference, that's irrelevant now. We're putting that thing to one side right now. Even if it didn't make any difference whatsoever to the actual game itself, the fact of the matter is, it probably made him feel a bit shitty because I had access to a direct counter and I chose to use it, and I could have chosen something different. I could have chosen every time a sister's unit within range of me dies, I get a flat 6 for my miracle dice. Right? Less feels bad for the opponent, particularly. And I sort of stepped back today. I was thinking about this today. I was thinking about what we were talking about tonight. I stepped back from it a little bit and I was like, is 40k actually inherently full of things that are just feels bad for opponents where they're flat hard counters to a thing that you can do and they just shut off the thing that you can do? Right? Like surely that's bad rules. Does that make sense? And so if you take away the option for opponents to just have flat counters that just go, hey, you know that thing you can do? It makes no difference to me anymore. Then maybe, just maybe, it's less feels bad overall. And perhaps it's on the rules designers and the rules writers to try and remove a ton of feels bad from the game. Now, I think last night I probably shouldn't have picked it. Again, I don't think it makes a difference, but I think I probably shouldn't have picked that rule. When we picked sisters, it was specifically because we hadn't used sisters for ages, and I just copied and pasted the last list that I used to try and keep familiar units that I sort of semi-knew, and only then did I realise that the Exorcist gave a +1 leadership and so did the Triumph of St. Catherine. I tried to spread them out a bit so we weren't stacking those buffs, right, on purpose. But still. Vectoplasm. That's not true. I am not. Thank you so much, Marcanius, for becoming a Skull Team member. You're a hero. Up to 31 of the finest members already. It says 32. I think it's lying. It looks like it's actually 31. It is 31. Unbelievable. Unbelievable tracker. Right. You have a very good point there, actually. I wouldn't say it's full of them, but the feels bad do feel pretty bad. It just seems to be 40k's rules writers seems to have this rules writing evolution based process whereby it's, hey, here's a rule that someone can do. You're like, cool, there's a rule I can do. And this was legitimately prevalent in 9th edition as well. It was a real problem in 9th edition. Hey, here's that thing you can do, right? And then you're like, oh, cool. And then someone else's army comes out and goes, you know that thing you can do? You can't anymore. You can't. Did you warn him about this beforehand? I did tell him about all of the leadership rules and buffs before we started the game off camera. So we do that. We have a thing we do at 7 o'clock. Right, this is going to sound like it's all official now. At 7 o'clock in the evening, before we go live, we both step up to the table. We make sure our armies are deployed properly and all that kind of stuff. We go through our cards and our units, and we both tell each other stratagems, gotchas, feel bads for the stream, right? Because I want to be more entertaining for the people on the stream. We try, for example, to show off more of the new stratagems than just use codex-based stratagems and stuff like that. We try and make sure that we can throw shade and banter at each other throughout the game, and we both kind of are aware of what each other can do because it makes that process a little bit easier, right? But so we do that. But I think, I said I wasn't going to do it. I probably shouldn't have done it all game. I think I was a bad opponent. But then, I think that some of this is on the rules as well. Like, the biggest issue for me with 9th edition, for example, was when things like light harlequins came out. And light harlequins meant you just can't shoot at me. Fuck you, you can't. Can't do it. There's just an interaction feels bad that exists in the rules sometimes, which I think sometimes when they write these rules, they should really sit there and go, is this going to piss someone else? Is this going to really make someone else irritated and angry? If the answer is probably yes, probably a real feels bad moment, we probably shouldn't put it in the game. But yeah, we'll see. Mordy Hammer, thank you for 5 gifted. Kianon, thank you for 5 more gifted. Are you coming to join us now? Are you trashing the desk in the process? Yeah. I'll get Lucy's mic on soon. She's just turning her pooter on.
There was more feels bads in 7th to now too.
Do you reckon, Dave? Interesting. It's not your fault, Liam. Joe should have put the table with 2 points on him.
It's on GW not to make rules THT flat counter an army rule, but you did say you wouldn't UAE it, so bit of beef in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I was a bit of a dick last night with it, to be fair. But I hold my hands up on camera, live on air, and say I think I was a bit of a dick with it last night, to be fair. But thank you so much for the 20, Will. You're amazing. Is your mic in a place that you're happy? Will. When I unmute you, I have to pause for a brief second.
Why?
Just in case my headphones go... I'm like, oh, no, the cable... No, but it's not. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Just have to do that every single time. Thank you so much for the 20, Will. You're amazing. Be a dick. Run it again on Thursday. It's not a bad opponent. It's just it feels bad. My army counters yours. Yeah. But when we're trying to show off his new opponent, when we're trying to show off his new detachment, and Joe's trying to like... I'm sat here, Jack, going, I think the rules are a problem, but I legitimately think I was a bit of a dick last night with it. And when Joe was so excited about this new narrative detachment, sometimes between us lads on the channel, it's far too much fun to go, you know that thing you're really excited about? I'm going to ruin your fucking night. Because that's what lads do sometimes. So you're right, it is just a feels bad that exists between the two armies. And we tried to pick an army where they had an average higher leadership than some of the other armies that I normally run to make his army rule work. And then I was like, counter. But then again, if all the, I don't know if this is true, but if all the higher leadership armies all have counters which stack leadership buffs, maybe we've just showcased that the particular rule is as bad as we think it is, which is also possible, right? The Night Lord's detachment just sucks. It's not your fault. It does. It does. It is just a flat bad detachment. Interesting point you make, but what is it about light harlequins that makes it feels bad when Lookout Sir was a rule? The thing is with light harlequins, when they first came out, man, in 9th edition, was if you were more than 12 inches, you couldn't target them.
Dread Talons is so wank that it would have been a feel-bad experience for Joe regardless. All you did was allow him to displace his bad feelings from his army onto you. You're Jesus, taking on the sins of the game designers.
I have, Alistair, thank you for the 20. I have told Luce many a times I'm Jesus.
Nope.
I have a beard.
No.
Born on Christmas Eve. Practically Jesus.
No.
That's the 2 qualifying factors that you need.
No.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Thank you for saying that, Alistair. I've been telling Luce that for ages. Liam is Jesus. She went out. She's not having it.
No. Not having it.
I ate 2/3 of James's birthday cake piece.
90 and the 3 wound caps on Abby/Gaz/Ktanet Helmet never in danger versus no shooting armies. Never good.
Yeah, 9th was full of it. The problem with, so Electman was asking about 9th edition Harlequins. 9th edition Harlequins basically said, if you're more than 12 inches away from me, you hit on 4s. You just hit on 4s, no matter what. You can't get better than that. A 1, 2, or 3 always fails. So that sounds, all right, so, well, if you're orcs, you probably don't give a shit because you normally hit on 5s anyway. But if you are Custodes, which rely on army-wide 2+ to hit, and you have a significantly low model count, you're going, see that amazing rule you have, you can't use it. You can't use it. Right? And so Light Harlequins created tons of feels bads. Like, oh, you're a tower that can stack buffs to get your hits better, that's part of what you can do. Yeah, you can't. You can't. Because I'm Light Harlequins. You know? But yeah, so it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, for the Night Lords detachment specifically, I think there is a problem with the detachment rules. But I also would take a step back and look a bit wider. There's a problem with the way Battleshock works in general, and then take a wider step back. Well, there's a problem with how the whole rules are written because it creates feels bad moments. It creates counters. So Battleshock is a subpar problem for most people, as we saw last night. Oh, my Repentia Battleshocked can reroll hits and wins when I charge. I don't care. I'm not really bothered. I don't really give a shit. If Battleshock was you lose all your abilities and you lose the abilities of attached characters, suddenly like, fuck, I can't. If I charge you now, I'm hitting on 4s, I'm strength 6, I get no rerolls, I get no fucking benefits. This is actually a problem for me. But it didn't do anything. I just like, well, I didn't want to spend a stratagem on them anyway. You've made me OC 0, I'm not on a fucking objective, and you've stopped me using stratagems, and I didn't want to use a stratagem on them. And then when he went into the Paragon Warsuits, and I wanted to use Fight on Death and +1 a wound, he was like, oh, you need to do a Battleshock test, and it could impact it. I just passed it, because I got more than Val with them. It's just... So Battleshock is a terrible mechanic anyway, right? Then the Night Lords have leveled onto that terrible mechanic by saying all of the stratagems that we're going to give you impact or only really work when a unit is battle-shocked or below half strength. Well, so Battleshock's already a terrible issue, a terrible mechanic, and now we're going to make sure that all your stratagems require Battleshock to be any good. And Battleshock's terrible, and how many armies have ways of increasing leadership and improving leadership? It's everywhere. It's unfortunately everywhere, right? Battleshock should be snap firing like Horus Heresy. Here's a thing. Here's a reason. Right, okay. Let's accept the fact that last night was that.
Bit of both. Ultimately, we want to play with our toys, and we can all be dicks sometimes.
We can.
The fact you're feeling bad about having done it means you won't do it often. Don't beat yourself up too much.
Well, like I said, I was called out in comments and I was like, actually, that's probably right for a change.
He is not the Messiah, he is a wee naughty boy.
Yeah, thanks, Chris, for Sam for PlayStation Lost for the 10. Thank you, Dave, for the 2. You people are amazing. I think we firmly established. I said I wouldn't use that particular rule, and then I used it for 4 battle rounds. I say 4 battle rounds. We actually only played 2 more battle rounds because Joe's army was tabled. Would me not using that rule have stopped Joe's army from being tabled? No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't have really made an actual problem on the game result, a difference on the game result at all. To be fair, he conceded, he pineapples at the end of battle round 3. Gave up at the end of battle round 3. Right? So I actually only used it for 2 turns, but I said I would use it for no turns. So it's on me, right? We'll say categorically on stream right now, on Wednesday, that I was a bit of a dick on that stream by saying I'm not going to use it, and then I used it because of his -2 leadership buff. I thought he was only at -1. I was okay with -1, wasn't okay with -2, but the Triumph of Catherine with a unit of Battle Sisters has a big footprint, and then suddenly a lot of things get +1 to their leadership, right? So we'll accept that. I think the rules writers need to think long and hard about writing any kind of rules that are just a flat, hard counter to what other people can do, which turns into a very rock, paper, scissors game at times. Or maybe they shouldn't. Maybe that's not a problem. I've started recently to get into Magic a little bit. There's lots of rock, paper, scissors that go on that. But because it's random card drawing for rock, paper, scissors, it doesn't necessarily create so many feels bad based moments, because I might have the scissors to your paper in my deck. I might not have it in my hand, and I don't know when I'm going to draw it. Okay. But what I really want, one of the things I actually really want to know from chat in general, okay, because Joe and I have got our opinions, and we've told you our opinions, right? And this is a thing that you can stick on colourful postcards, whether it's 2, 5, 10, whatever. This is a thing to stick on colourful postcards, right? How would you lot fix Battle Shock? Because it's currently bollocks. Now, the AOS team have taken an approach. 4th edition Age of Sigmar has taken an approach to Battle Shock or morale or break tests or whatever you want to call it. They've taken an approach and they've gone, we're fucking getting rid of it. Can't get it right, just fucking get rid of it. Just chinned it off. How would you lot fix it? Let me know. Thank you so much, by the way, for all the gifted memberships. As you can see, we're up to 42 already. That means we're nearly a third of the way. Do I tempt fate? Do I open up the giveaway bot already in an assumption that we might be giving away a Lictor t-shirt? We are almost a third of the way to a Lictor t-shirt. You are beautiful human beings. I love you very dearly. Right? But let me know. Battle Shock could be a great mechanic, but it doesn't really mean anything at the moment. It doesn't. No, absolutely. -1 to hit and saves. Minus to weapon skill, ballistic skill would be the way. They don't have an impact. It's interesting. And 11th edition, a complete rewrite of everything. The thing is, Kai, right? I don't think they will. Can you imagine indexing a game for 10th edition and then 3 years later indexing it again? I actually saw something on Twitter today that's quite interesting. I find this really interesting. Thank you, Fate's Daydreamer, for 10 gifted memberships. And not only have you gifted 10 gifted memberships, because now Luce is finally here, she also saluted those 10 gifted memberships.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
One thing I will get you to do, Mr. Will Stewart super chatted 20 New Zealand dollars, gifted 20 members, and became a Thane.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's worth a salute as well,
got the
right?
hat trick.
Yeah, it's literally a hat trick. Member upgrade, gift membership, super chat. That is a hat trick.
Amazing.
It's literally the hat trick. Why haven't we made that a thing?
Well, we can now.
Completing the hat trick in a stream is a great idea. Although I fear that it means that loads of people before stream will downgrade to Hasir. So on stream they can upgrade the Scar. But oh, I upgraded. Like, you didn't, did you? That's the thing we should do. That's the thing we should do.
My wisdom tooth is really kicking my ass.
I don't have any wisdom teeth.
Usually it starts rumbling because of stress, and I'm not.
Or fatigue and tiredness can do it.
Oh, there we go. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. Good old fatigue and tiredness.
I know, I fatigue you.
Yeah.
Creating the hat trick's a great thing though. Upgrade membership, gift member, super chat. It's a hat trick.
That's the hat trick.
That's amazing. I love it. I'm into it. I'm a big fan.
I hat tip your hat trick.
Thank you so much, Fate's Daydreamer, for the 10 gifted. You're amazing. Oh, hang on, how do I say that? Cryokinesi. Thank you for becoming a Hasir tier member. A tier, all by yourself. You're a legend. They can't admit they got it wrong.
If you are a dick and beat yourself up, will you explode?
I get it, Adrian. I get the reference. Disgusting, sir. It's disgusting. They are fucking Night Lords. They're Battleshock. Yeah, 100%.
Battleshock equals a wound and Nook.
Or wound as well. Interesting. I like it. I do wonder if we go down the AOS route, remove it altogether, and find out a different way for Night Lords to be terrifying. Actually terrifying. But yeah. I saw a thing on Twitter the other day, which I thought was really interesting. Okay. And I'm going to get the GW number wrong, probably by 1 or 2 years. But this is what I find really, really interesting, right?
Lose the ability to be affected by datasheet abilities, rerolls, act, and must test to be unbattle shocked.
Agree. Untested to be unbattle shocked. I actually agree with that one guy. Oh, hi, it's that one guy. Thank you for the 5. You're amazing, right? So, Dungeons and Dragons, I think it was. I think Dungeons and Dragons was the comparison. I'm pretty sure Dungeons and Dragons was the comparison. Someone will probably shout at me if I get this wrong, right? By Wizards of the Coast, okay? Dungeons and Dragons has been out for 50 years. 50 years of Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Games Workshop Warhammer 40k, 37 years.
Okay.
Okay. What edition are we on for 40k?
10.
10th edition. So in 37 years, 10 editions of Warhammer 40k.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So they've averaged 3.7 years.
4 years.
3 to 4 years for an
Yeah.
edition is what they've averaged, right? 10 editions in 37 years. How many editions of Dungeons and Dragons do you think there's been?
5.
5. Exactly 5. An edition every 10 years.
Yeah, I think I know which game I want to invest in.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because both of them are probably quite expensive with the little knickknacks that come with it. But I'd probably... Well, I think I have a D&D tilt anyway.
But even if we rounded up the GW average lifespan of an edition to 5 years, Dungeons and Dragons has doubled the lifespan. And do you know what you don't need for Dungeons and Dragons?
New rulebook.
2,000, 3,000, 4,000 point armies.
All the existing plus no abilities, unit or char, -1 BS/WS, only shoot at the closest target, no charges, can't generate any secondary
Oh
points.
my god, Narek wants to straight fuck people that are battle shocked. I'm into it. but do you see what, like, so with Dungeons and Dragons, when a new edition comes out, realistically, you just need all the new books. Now, they're not cheap, right? Dungeons and Dragons books are expensive, but realistically, all you need is the new books. Your dice are still relevant. Your old DM fucking card is still relevant. Maybe you create more maps. Your models can still be relevant because they're just characters that are representations when you're using models in D&D.
Do you know, I got myself really overwhelmed with kids D&D because the boys were picking it up far quicker than I thought they would. And the best advice I got from Eddie was try and keep it simple, but never run out of ideas because they're going to look to you for eventualities. And I failed at both of those. So I got myself really overwhelmed. And then I thought I should probably, if we're dipping a toe in now anyway, we should probably just get a rule book. And then somebody on chat said, hold on, because they're about to do a new edition.
Which
hold on.
Mordy Hammer, I know not Mordy Hammer, Necromancer Goblin has just said next edition of D&D is also backwards compatible with the last edition.
What does that mean?
It means that you can use them both.
Units they lose half their strength or more in a single phase test battle shock. Battle shocked units don't benefit from army rules or as your leader buffs. Universal strat steady men to remove effect.
Love it, Chris. Thank you for the 10. Love it. Love it. This is what I'm saying, right? So, and I'm not saying, oh, by the way, we're all becoming a D&D channel, but I'm just thinking about business practice. Moreover, I'm thinking about how a business looks after its customer base, right? How does a business look after its customer base? Now, GW seem to have gone. They used to have some pretty terrible business practices, and then they sort of rectified a load of it and sorted a load of it out, and then they were doing quite well from around the end of 7th edition onwards. And now they seem to be creeping bad business practices back in, right? And I just feel like this 3-year release cycle, what's it for? I think it's pretty safe to say that a 3-year release cycle for 40k is for the shareholders. Because when you have a new edition of 40k, you have a new £150, £160 launch box. What you also do when you have a new edition of 40k is you change a lot of the rules that exist around army rules, faction abilities. And so simply by changing a codex and not changing anything on the data sheets, but changing the codex and changing the detachment rules and the faction rules, arguably you can make half of a person's army kind of null and void now. And it won't be null and void. It'll be perfectly usable. This is that little, like, moral cloud that GW try and sit on around things like Legends. You can still use it, but you can't because it's not the best. It's not the strongest. And if you take Legends to a tournament, they're going to go, you're not allowed to use it, actually. You're not allowed to use it. So if half your army becomes kind of a bit shit when they change the detachment rules or the faction rules for a new edition change, what you're probably going to do is you're going to go, well, this half that's a bit shit, we're going to get rid of that half, and then I'm going to buy a load of new models, right? So then every 3 years, potentially, you're having to buy more models because your army becomes irrelevant. Or doesn't become, or is not as good as it was. Or sometimes you get something like the AdMech 10th edition treatment, or even the Custodes 10th edition treatment. You go, my whole army's dog shit. If I want to keep playing 40k, I might even have to think about starting a whole new.
D&D, you only need 5e.
Well, there you go. Thanks, Paul, for the tea. You see what I'm saying, though, chat, right? I use Warcode models for D&D and the terrain. It's just lovely. You don't want to use Wizards of the Coast as an example. Care about community, right? No, right. Granted. So I'm not. By the way, I'm not. Let me be quite honest with you, right? I'm not trying to compare Wizards and Games Workshop and saying Wizards are amazing and Games Workshop's dog shit. I'm not trying to do that at all, because I know there's a lot of problems with Wizards and stuff like that right now. I was watching literally a Vince video, Pleasant Kenobi video, earlier today about the cost of things in Arena, which is fucking ridiculous, quite frankly, which is their digital client, right? I'm not trying to say Wizards are great and they look after their customer base, but if you simply just compare how many editions of D&D there have been in 50 years with how many editions of 40k there have been in 37 years, I feel like, are we getting... this is a question in itself. Are we getting straight fucked with 3 to 4 yearly cycles? Or do we like it, right? Do we actually like 3-year cycles for 10th edition? Do we feel like it keeps it fresh? If you are a person who is a Custodes fan or is an AdMech fan, are you looking at 10th edition and going, you know what, I'll pass because it's dog shit. I don't want to actually buy a whole new army. I'm going to pass because it's dog shit. I know I've only got a couple of years to wait and a new edition will come out and it might fix everything. Is it a good thing? Maybe it's a good thing. I start with 10th. I genuinely want to use Legends units because I think they're cool. I bought Spartan because they are my thing and I get the 10-man termies coming out of a Land Raider as fun. Spartans are cool as shit, Rouse. You should use it as often as you can. Plus, D&D is 100% profit as Wizards of the Coast faces on Magic the Gathering. How often does that change? Well, exactly. Straight fucked. GW would render half our armies unusable every year if they could get away with it, like Magic does with set rotations. But even with set rotations, is there not formats in Magic where you can still play? Is that a chocolate cake?
Yeah.
Have you bit it yet?
No, why?
Right. I have an opinion on this cake. Basically, right? Sorry, tangent chat. You have fucked food for me.
Aww.
GW is actually better than what overall. Look at Magic, it makes GW look like saints. MTG makes GW release schedule look sloth-like.
Yeah, although at least the Magic release schedule does give you an 18-month roadmap, so you know what's coming. Right? Your face, so you can't see this, chap. Your face now you've taken a whole mouthful of that chocolate cake is the story. You've ruined food for me because this was a shop-bought cake.
I don't think so. Why?
Don't tell me another human made that consciously. Because if they did, they should be banned from making cakes.
What if the way they made a living was cakes? Maybe it's your taste buds.
If the way they make a living is those cakes, I'm assuming they're living in a small fucking house. I can't imagine they're seeing... Yeah. That face. Mm-hmm.
It's lovely.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Little bit of flour, little bit of egg, right? 14 fucking bags of sugar.
Maybe that's...
No. There's no maybe, Luce. It's shit.
It's not shit.
It is shit.
No, it's not.
It was a shit cake.
No.
The reason why I ate 2/3 to 3/4 of James's cake is because my 11-year-old son said, I don't really like it, Dad. It's just neat sugar. I don't really like it.
But he doesn't like birthday cake. That miscellaneous Madeira cake, he doesn't.
Does he
like
eat your
it.
cake when you make a cake?
Some of them.
So are we saying that our 11-year-old does in fact like cake?
Some cake.
Yeah. He just doesn't like miscellaneous cake that tastes of nothing but sugar.
I'm interested with the icing. It's like mousse.
It's
interesting.
Who's the person who made it?
No.
You need to tell me.
No.
Want to know?
No.
Is it someone who I know?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And they heard you.
Who heard me?
Cake person heard you.
How'd you know?
Because they watched.
You're lying.
Mm-mm.
Oh. It was just sugar.
Battle shock idea. OC0, -1 to hit and wound. Cannot move, cannot be affected by stratagems. If they fail the second one, must make a charge move away from the enemy. Also, the 3-year cycle is shit.
The 3-year cycle is really... Must make a charge move away from the enemy. 2d6 move away. Cannot be affected by stratagems. We have that already. OC0 we have that already. -1 to hit and wound is interesting. Cannot move is interesting. Basically, I think we are in general agreement as a community here right now that no one thinks current Battle Shock is good enough. By the way, I've moved to Necromunda. Less constant rules updates, more fun with less models. Shop cakes are just depressing. Shop cakes are awful. Please don't ever buy a shop cake. Not that I could actually ever make a cake. It's only because I've got these. We come out with that idea at the beginning of 10th. 2 changes of battle shit, panic, and then crap themselves. Kai says he wants chocolate cake. Do you want to send it to him in the post? It'll probably make it.
It's an interesting texture. And I'm very grateful that I got to have some, because it's nice to have food that you didn't make, that somebody made. So I am grateful very much for the energy boost.
I made you lunch today.
Mm-hmm. You've made Ben's sandwich wrong.
What? How?
Because he's left it.
How have I made it wrong? Bread, butter, cheese, ham, salad cream, bread, butter.
I don't try and get in his head. There's no room for me in there. I just make the sandwich, and then if he leaves it, I go, okay, I didn't make it right today. If he eats it, hooray, I made it right today.
It's got everything in it he wanted.
It's exactly the same as I make it all the time.
It's got everything in it he wanted. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the club.
I have seen, by the way, chat, there is someone out there right now who is ! Sniping me. ! Snipe me. Who is it? Someone asked for the thingy and then typed it. Croatoan? Is that right? Have I said that right? Croatoan? Has asked to be sniped. I'm just throwing this out there. There's 2...
D&D messed up their 3rd edition, so completely reworked it with a 3.5 version.
Interesting. Should GW do that with 10? My gut is yes, but I also think that if they did a 10.5 as a panic update sooner than the 3-year cycle, the community would be in uproar because they changed it all over again. But I think that they probably should do a 10.5 and they should tweak it and go, this isn't ideal. But yeah, we do have a desperate person, Croatoa, in the chat right now. I'm taking my socks off. Don't panic because I've got too hot. I get hot under this filming light really, really quickly. I sit here normally when the stream starts. Well, in the winter specifically, I sit here quite cold. I have like a hoodie on, I have socks on, I have my old man slippers on. I put the streaming light on about halfway through. I'm like, I'm regretting being this dressed up. One of my daughters will only eat a ham and cheese sandwich, but not a cheese and ham sandwich. Do you not just turn it upside down? Be like, there you go. Will, you can pack it in. Thank you for 10 more gifted. You've done enough. No more. Will, thank you. Up to 62 of the finest new members, chat. All 63 according to... Did I miss one? 63 according to my tracker. Amazing. They got to paint like 40 books, print like 40 books and ship them and retail them. Who else? What are you on about, Melody? For 40k? They can't really do that. Yeah, they won't. Oh, they won't do it. They absolutely won't do it. Morally, perhaps they should. Business-wise, possibly not that possible. Croatoan didn't get one, I don't think.
I think the trouble is with birthday cake.
Oh, we're back on cake. This is the beauty of these streams. If you're new, this is the beauty of these streams. We have 4 conversations at once.
Is because when kids eat birthday cake, it is just sugar and it's cake. And it used to be a treat because you didn't have cake very often. It was an occasion to have cake. And now the supermarkets sell cake. So all the cake is full of sugar and stabilizers and everything else, and it all roughly tastes the same. When an adult wants cake, they're very specific in their flavors.
Yeah.
So then when you eat birthday cake as an adult, all the adults I know don't like birthday cake, but they like cake.
I'll eat lots of forms of cake. There's only 3 cakes I'd probably choose to have. 3. It's a marriage test. Can you name those 3?
Brownie.
No, it's not cake. Brownie.
Okay.
Barris Forge, thank you for the 1 gifted.
The 3 types of cake. Christmas cake?
No. By the way...
You do eat Christmas cake?
Yeah, but I don't choose to. I eat it because Mum gives it to me. But how much of that actually gets eten? And how much of that is like me just slicing bits and sliding it in the bins? When she comes up, it looks like I'm eating it.
Well, she heard that.
She doesn't. Brownie, by the way, great answer because you know me. I'll eat 14 pieces of that in one go. That's why you have to ration it, because otherwise this new like trying to eat healthy gym type person will literally eat a whole baked brownie. But no, not brownie. Christmas cake, yeah, I eat it, but slice of it off. And the one she made this was shit. So mostly what happened is you have to cut it. This is called being a good son. You have to cut it, crumble a bit of the icing around it, and put that bit in the bin. And then she goes, "Oh, you're eating it?" Like, What do you think? It's all right, yeah. And then my dad's looking at me from behind the room like, because he would have actually eaten it in front of her and be like, right. So he's looking at me from across the room going, what do you mean it's all right? Fucking nearly broke my teeth. That's what he's looking at me going. I'm like, yeah, it's right, yeah. It's right, Mum, yeah.
I have
I'm
witnessed.
like, big brain plays here, Dad.
I have witnessed the exchange of looks across the room of how much did you ham up the cake, because my answer needs to be the same as yours. So there's like a nod or a wink. I've seen it myself now.
Yeah. So the 3 cakes, you still haven't got one yet.
Okay.
Ultimate fail. Doesn't know me at all.
No, because all the things that you
13
eat,
years of marriage, chat.
all the things you eat, they're not technically cakes. Lemon meringue pie is a pie.
I mean, the first.
Scone is a scone.
So the first word of that last one.
Lemon. Oh, lemon drizzle.
We got what? Fuck me, we got
But
one.
I don't make lemon drizzle. I make orange drizzle.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what your game plan is here, babe, because when you go off air, you still have to live with me. I'm not quite sure what your goal is here.
I was trying to make you all impressive, but you were going to go lemon drizzle cake, coffee cake, carrot cake. Right, you've nailed all 3.
The carrot cake. I
You've
don't really
nailed all
like
3.
making coffee cake. That for me, there's no other flavour in it, just coffee.
I fucking love coffee, though. You know me. I like coffee. I probably drink more of it than I should, but I don't drink anywhere near as much caffeine as Joe, so you know. Lemon drizzle, coffee cake, carrot cake. They're the three best cakes.
They're the 3 best cakes
That anyone can bake.
could have.
Anyway, sorry about that. We just busted into song there. I'm trying to be skinny loose, says Dave. I'm trying to be skinny loose. That's part of my problem as well, by the way. Right, fuck off. I'm off to get some cake, you twat, says Kai. Mikey's like, the same wife that hasn't seen Lord of the Rings either. I know!
I have seen it.
No, you haven't.
In lots of little snippets, because that's all I can stand of it. I can't sit through the whole thing.
If you've seen it...
One of my punishments when I was a little girl, because I did something naughty, my dad was like, right, you've got to sit here and you've got to watch Star Wars. Ugh. Awful way to spend a weekend.
Paul says, hint, hint, loose. Orange drizzle is shit, woman. Make me lemon.
I know.
If you've seen Lord of the Rings, in which film is Tom Bombadil in?
I think I just black out during the little snippets because it's too long.
Which one's Tom Bombadil in?
The first
Oh
one.
my fucking God. The amount of times I have sat on these streams with Luce sat right there where I have said, I understand that they have to make the films different to the books. I understand they have to be different, but I'm really sad that in the films, they just flat left Tom Bombadil out.
Oh.
You don't listen!
Because I don't want to listen. I don't want the information going in. It is not welcome in my brain. I don't want it going in.
If we get to the 150 member target for a t-shirt giveaway, will you commit to watching Lord of the Rings?
No.
How many do we have to get to?
I'm not. I can't. I honestly can't watch that fucking film again.
This is part of the streaming world now. How many members the chat need to get to for you to agree to sit and watch the first film with me?
No. No. It's too long.
155.
No. Chat do not need to buy my love. I love them.
It's not about buying your love.
Anyway.
No, it's not about buying your love. It's about paying to get you to do something that they want you to do.
I don't want to do it.
It's not about what you want to do.
Okay, here's a very quick lesson. I'll tell you a story, actually.
200.
Once upon a time, there was a man that asked a girl to do something, and she said no. And then that man's friend said, oh, bummer, what's your plan? And the man said, nothing, because she said no.
200.
The end.
205.
No.
He sounds like a bit of a quitter. Loose Lord of the Rings watch along when. I know that's content gold, that, right?
Oh, no.
We could literally put, I have all 3 of them, extended editions, of course. We could literally put them on the big screen in our living room, and we could have a camera that faced Luce and I as we watched it. You could just see her face in amazement when she goes, these are the best films that have ever been made. Oh my God, how have I not watched these sooner? Why did I settle for that twat with the glasses?
You know, I think
Gary
I was
Potter.
visibly twitching and ticking when my dad made me watch Star Wars, and it wasn't one of the new ones.
Escapade says, that was a terrible story. Everyone has a price. Yeah, I know, yeah. 210? Mm-mm. 205?
No.
185?
No.
196?
No.
169?
No.
This is what I live with, chat. Exclamation mark gift.
I just don't, because if we were to do a watch along, which sounds pretty cool, I'd be ruining it for all of you because I'd be like, why are they doing that?
Do you know
wanna live
what?
there.
Do you know
I wonder
what?
what the stitching is on their clothes. I bet those feet are uncomfortable.
So that would already be more entertainment than just a standard watch along. That would actually be content
no,
gold.
it'd be annoying. I'd be annoying.
Great Hall Goggle Box is a fantastic idea.
Great Hall Goggle
Great Hall
Box.
Goggle Box is a fantastic. That's a new series. That's actually a content idea.
I would be the most annoying person to watch anything with because I'm not invested in it, so I'd just be out to ruin it for you.
I'm texting Joe right now. New pre-recorded.
Came for the 40k chat. Left with a profound loose lesson about consent.
Thanks for the fire, Christopher Sefton. New pre-recorded series idea for Joe. Great Hall. I'm serious. Goggle Box. That's a fucking great idea.
Goggle Box or Gobble Box?
It's on YouTube, Tox Trio. It's not on Pornhub. Which one do you think?
I'm pretty sure that's Pornhub, Gobble Box.
Great Hall Goggle Box is a fucking fantastic idea. It's great.
It's like a book club, but for people who don't want to read.
So, this is where my mind. Like, I wonder how many other channels we could get, right, to go, right, chat, like, bring in Mikey, maybe Lawrence, other people like that, and be like, right, this week we're watching, I don't know, Aliens 1, right? Because I've never seen that film.
I'm not watching that.
Chat, I hate the fact that I've never seen that film, right? But I wonder if we can get other channels with Mr. Hipster or that to each record themselves, and I could literally make a Goggle Box episode. I could literally make one.
Franchise.
I could literally put it together and be like, here's Great Hall Goggle Box. This is gold. We could do it when the new Warhammer series comes out on Amazon.
No, I definitely ruined that for you.
Oh my god.
I wanted to ask so many questions during Fallout, and I told myself I wouldn't because I knew you were nerding out.
Have you ever watched Gogglebox? It's like, that's content gold.
That was Ben's like 1 o'clock feed. No, what time was it? Yeah, maybe it was his 1 o'clock night feed was Gogglebox. That's how I was like, what is this show?
This is gold, chat. I think this is gold. Is it not? Great Hall Gogglebox, lock it in, says Warhips. Oh, Warhips is here. Hey, Josh, how's it going, dude? You son of a bitch, I'm in. It sounds like a great content idea. It sounds like loads of fun. I'd be keen to see that. Imagine if we can get people, like, even if it's just people around the channel who like just sit at home with a camera and film themselves watching. I'd have to buy a few more cameras. We get them out to people and do the set. Oh my god, this is fucking great. This is a great idea.
Would you even be allowed to stream the film?
But you don't really stream the film, do you? Think about what you've watched on Gogglebox. How much of the television program is actually on the screen at any one time?
Okay, I thought it was like that Family Guy episode where
they
show the episode, but they talk over it as the cast, so it's like an episode in an episode.
No.
And Lois finds out she's being underpaid.
No, don't do that. You show them clips of what they're watching, like little snippets that, for YouTube's copyright infringement policy, counts as fair use because you're just showing little clips, you're not showing the whole episode, so you don't get copyright struck. There's no copyright infringement. You're not showing the episode, maybe little clips of it.
Mad Larkin says, Luce will love 40k show. Henry Carville is going to be in it. Who is this person? I think I know which one you're on about.
He played Superman in the film that you haven't watched.
Yeah.
And he played The Witcher in the series that you haven't watched.
Yeah.
And he's probably been in other stuff.
Right, okay.
To be honest with you, I mean, I've never really watched any of it either, so I know who he is just because he's in Warhammer, and I'd probably fuck him. So he's attractive enough.
Right, okay.
Yeah?
Okay. I feel that I have a very niche type, though, so, tattoos, beards.
People that are...
Tall.
That's not true, is it?
It's probably quite niche.
Is that true, though? Because when we were together, did I have any tattoos when we got
You
together?
weren't my type when we got together.
Did I have any tattoos?
No.
Did I have a beard?
No.
No.
Definitely
was,
had
however...
to grow fond of you.
I was, however, still practically Jesus.
No, you weren't.
Oh, my God. Liam does the call out to all content makers. Everyone responds, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
What's Stardust? What's that?
I think we're in here. I think we're in. This is a great idea, by the way, team.
The Count of Monte Cristo. I haven't seen that.
Jorfin says, USA resident here. What is Gogglebox?
Oh my God!
Gogglebox is a UK. Honestly, this is because we in the UK, right? We in the UK are the start of what I like to call devolution, right? Slowly but surely. I originally came up with a podcast idea of a friend of mine. I wanted to. I wanted to create a podcast that we put out on all the podcast channels. Nothing to do with 40k whatsoever. Nothing to do with a hobby. Literally about everyday life. And it was going to be called the Todd Pod, right? Because it was TOD, the theory of devolution. Because in my mind, humankind is devolving slowly but surely, right? 25, 30 years ago, you bought a car, you had a manual that came with your car, you opened your manual, and it told you how to change your brake pads, and how to adjust your clutch, and how to adjust your handbrake, and all that kind of stuff. Now, you open the same manual, it says, don't drink the brake fluid. I think we're devolving. I think people, slowly but surely, over the course of the decades, are becoming more and more stupid. I think that's the thing that's going. So I wanted to create the Todd Pod, the
Todd
theory
Pod.
of devolution.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a great podcast. Yeah. The first, I got a reply from Joe straight away. He didn't question it. He just said, "What are you watching?"
Aww. He is such a work wife.
Love it. Oh, absolutely amazing. Right, anyway, where were we? Didn't know you were live till I got gifted a sub. Thanks to whoever gifted. Well, vaguely useful. What is also vaguely useful is Discord. If you're a member and you're in Discord and you have the 40k squad reaction role activated in Discord, when we schedule a stream, it tells you what we scheduled it and what time we're scheduling it for. When we go live, it tells you we go live. So once your gifted membership runs out, it might be vaguely useful to get a full membership. Just saying. Just saying. I think you're right. Wait, 55. Oh my God. You're going to have to hold that sleep for a while. Thank you so much for 20 gifted memberships. Mr. The Whitey, who is... Are you 55? Where's the 55 come from? I want to know.
He has 55 desirable Pokemon cards.
Well, I hope you open another packet and get your 56th. Cody, thank you for the one gifted. I'm sorry, it's not as exciting as the 20, but it is good. It is good. You are amazing. You would like the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Sounds great.
He has 55 Barry Manilow autographs from the 55 concerts he went to.
There's a lot of Barry Manilow.
He's a big Barry Manilow fan.
Oh, Quagmire. Good evening, Jonathan De Silva. How are you? How's the little one?
He has picked up 55 pennies, so he's currently enjoying his 55 days of good luck.
Maybe he has a full 5.5 inches.
No, because there'd be a decimal in there. I don't think he'd be so cruel as to brag about 55 inches.
5.5 inches is a brag, to be fair, amongst this current crowd.
You need to watch Idiocracy.
I've heard about that one. Great show for Gogglebox. Great for Gogglebox, by the way, well, honestly. Don't watch Alien. It's sci-fi horror. You won't like it. Watch the sequel. It's low-scoring for action thriller. Well, this is the point. I need to watch things I don't like because that's how you get the best reactions for Great Hall Gogglebox.
Are you allowed to call it Gogglebox?
Great Hall Gogglebox.
Or Great Hall Gobblebox?
Great Hall Gobblecocks.
Oh! Well, that slipped out.
And now we see what Joe does behind the scenes. Vaguely useful. Thank you for the gifted membership. He's paying it forward. Look at that. That's amazing. Too much Barry Manilow. Did you see my last question? No, Elect Man. I'm sorry. Everything's moving a bit quick. Little one is currently sleeping on my chest. Life is good. How art thou, fair fellow bearded one? Good, actually. All right. May's been stressful, but we're all right. We're okay. Thank you so much for paying it forward, man. That's like whenever someone gets gifted membership, comes in and be like, oh, hey, I've got gifted membership. And then they pay it forward. It's a really nice, warm, fuzzy feeling.
I've got it. Whitey has replaced his house keys 55 times because that's the amount of times he's lost his keys.
That's a lot of times to lose your keys.
He's very forgetful.
At that point, I probably wouldn't trust you with them anymore. I think you should give them to someone else.
And maybe this is his punishment. He has to roam the earth for the rest of his days, known as Whitey55, as punishment for the times he lost the keys.
For Great Hall Gogglebox, we could also create a Discord thread where members who are a certain tier suggest the programs or films we watch. This has got legs. This has got legs, I'm telling you. There's a bridge under the train line near me called Ticklecock Bridge. I'm sure there is, Kazarian. What you don't know is he's watching this on his phone under that bridge.
It's particularly busy on a Friday night.
I just wanted to know if you made any headway with whatever your current audiobook is. No. No. Nothing at all.
T-Beard
Since
got
we last
it.
spoke.
Great Hall Goggle Vox. That's incredible. Thank you.
Gogglebox.
That's amazing.
Yes. This is the thing that will send us stratospheric. This is the thing that no one else is doing.
Credit to T-Beard, because that was right in front of us and we didn't see that. That's amazing.
Great old Gogglebox.
Oh! John's got it. 55 is the amount of minis he has lost due to the legend pile this edition.
This edition, probably this week, John, the way they're going.
I read that out really poorly, Jonathan. I'm very sorry.
Yeah. Moose is tired, though.
I'm very sorry. I have fatigue.
She has fatigue. It's called me.
Well, we're now getting answers, aren't we, to my strange and wonderful fatigue and headaches.
We are getting answers to your strange and wonderful fatigue and headaches. Mad Larky, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Gogglebox, we watch you watching Warhammer TV. This is a fucking great... Right, here's a question though, chat. Genuine question, because I'm actually thinking about this as a concept.
Okay.
Because we have the seated studio area in the Great Hall studio, right, where Joe and I do the Lim and Joe show. We have that seating area. It wouldn't be too far-fetched when we move that big TV. You've seen the setup that I do, to put something on that screen and literally just film us watching that thing. That wouldn't be too far-fetched. But whether I can get lots of other creators to do this is probably mostly a no. So would it be enough to just watch a weekly episode of Joe and I watching something? Because if that's enough, I reckon I can make maybe a fortnightly to start with, a fortnightly half-hour episode, like Gogglebox, a half-hour episode of Joe and I throughout the week watching different things. I reckon I could just keep recording it on the computer and then put it together as this shit TV series with some terrible like voiceover. This is a great idea.
Day 28 in the Gogglebox house.
That's because of the Geordie vowel system.
Yeah.
Right?
I think if you wanted to have other people do it, so there's variety, maybe invite them on as a guest, because then you can control the edit as well.
I fucking love this. This is a great idea. I remember the one point you said you were going to do a super long bike ride over the weekend, I think, and you'd be able to listen while you did it. I did the super long bike ride, I just didn't put anything on my headphones. This is amazing. This is a fucking great concept. Gogglebox is also the name of the century. T-Bid, you're amazing.
So is it just you and Joe going to do it, or did you want us to do one as well? Because
well, no, but you said you wouldn't.
Yeah, we currently have no boobs on stream policy.
Yeah, but I don't mind putting you on camera. Get me loads of subs.
Yeah, that's exactly why I don't want to. That's not organic growth. And you know how I feel about organic growth. So.
Well, I'll put the pump away. But we could. Well, if we're going to get you watching Lord of the Rings, I think it's worth it, isn't it? But then we could, I think, because Warhammer TV releases stuff, and they release painting videos, and then there's like Warhammer Plus releases stuff, which, this is... We could make it Warhammer related and do Gogglebox. I love Gogglebox, by the way.
I know.
Great fucking name.
We've got a good chat, haven't we?
I think this is the one piece of content now I'm like, this is definitely an idea that we have come up with on stream that no one else has come up with. And I'm not about being a reaction video. I'm not about a watch along, because everyone else has done those things already. I'm legitimately on about watching Warhammer related TV programs or shows and filming us chatting to each other, watching them, and filming that and literally putting it together like a Gogglebox episode. And I think this is the thing that gets us 1 million subs, babe. Because at this point, other people can watch us watching it who don't even give a fuck about 40k.
Right.
And if you're watching Joe thinking and talking, it's funny.
It's
mesmerising.
mesmerising.
It is mesmerising,
It's a
yeah.
sight to
Because the
behold.
first part, the thinking part, he doesn't really do that, but then he just talks. Peachy would be down to watch Sharp with you. But he legit would as well. That's the genius. Every single guest. I mean, we couldn't do it very good. We already, when we bring a guest in at the moment for a saga, and then to do a stream, we're already really strapped for time because we only bring them down for a single day. Because at the moment, what happens is, I pay, or I'm starting to get to a point where I'm paying, like I paid Peachy's travel. I took Vince for dinner, and Josh came and stayed here, and I paid for his dinner for 2 days. None of these shows so far have I made any money on them. I've made losses on every single one in terms of how much it's cost me to have the guest down and how much money we've made from the saga episode. But I think the saga episodes are really, really good, and it's about building that core. Like, too many people think, I'll start YouTube and I'll make money straight away. Not how it works.
Yeah.
Like, we're 7 years in, and this new series idea that I've got, which is a pre-recorded series, which I haven't been doing for ages, I'm essentially starting from scratch with that because I don't really have a pre-recorded audience right now. I have a live audience. So it's worth it, but would people like Peachy come and watch Sharp? Fucking right he would. And he'd be like, because I've never seen it, you'd probably be a camera watching him looking at me like this. To see my reaction, I'm like, that'd be, oh, that'd be great. Oh, I think this is a great idea. Going full Dread Mob this weekend with 1,000 points Gretchen army sounds fucking incredible. King Lupus 84. Did Mr. the Man get his gifted membership who was going ! Like me? I'm struggling to see the name. But we are 9 away from hitting our target, chat. I don't think he did. No, he didn't get one. I'll come down for free. I'll bring my own rations, my own shovel for the toilet, and I'll watch Vikings back to back in one hit with you. I'm into it, John. I'm into it. And then the camera will keep cutting back to us, and slowly but surely throughout season 1, we're just getting more and more naked. Anything with Sean Bean and we'll get Peachy there. Of course it would. That's without doubt, isn't it?
Does he love Sean Bean?
He fucking loves Sean Bean.
Does he?
Yeah. He gifted us an Imperial Guard Commissar model when he came down that he's painted, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, this is for you, this is for the channel. And he's taken the Commissar and he's converted the head and he's made Sean Bean.
What's the character's name? Commissar Sean? Commissar
Well,
Bean.
He modelled him after Sharp from the TV episode Sharp. So the character's name is Sharp. Oh my god.
What is that? Is it like a shoot 'em up thing or? Great
Hall Gogglebox coming soon.
Gogglebox.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll get Peachy down for Sharp and we'll get him watching it with Loose.
No, because I will annoy Peachy.
Gold content.
If he's like man crushing over Sean Bean, I'm going, what's going on now then?
If you're watching, imagine the show Gogglebox currently as it exists, right?
Yeah.
We've explained to our American cousins what it is. It's people, we're watching people watch TV basically, and the reason why it's funny is because they have tons of different personalities, and they have tons of different types of people, and they have quite well-off clever people, and they have pretty dumb people, and they have loads and loads of people, and they watch these shows, and if every single couple or every single family or every single group of people that watch the show or Gogglebox just sat there quietly watching the show normally, it'd be shit TV.
Yeah.
So if you sat through Sharp with an episode of Sharp with Peachy, and you just sat there quietly and watched it, and he sat there quietly and watched it, I'd be like, well, this is crap. If you annoyed the shit out of him whilst he was trying to watch his favourite show by constantly asking him questions, and we could see Peachy, one of the kindest people in the Warhammer community, slowly turn red with rage because he can't watch his show because that's content.
So you want me to break Peachy?
And that's the whole point of reality TV in general. Right? When you look at anything reality TV and they put people in the jungle, or when they put people in the Big Brother house, or when they put people on the beach, or whatever the fuck nonsense shit it is for the mind-numbing lunatics that watch this crap nowadays, they have to put people in that are a bit abrasive with each other. They purposely put people in that are going to upset, wind up, annoy each other, right? They have to. Because if everyone just got along and enjoyed themselves, right, this is shit reality TV. It's bad. So we need people that would. What's his name? What's he doing? What time period is this? What's that he's wearing?
Oh, I like his shoes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You look good in shoes like
this
that.
This doesn't look very modern. You should do that. That'd be amazing.
That is not how you make a cup of tea.
There's only one way to make a cup of tea.
Yeah. Milk in last.
Milk in last. Correct. Yeah. Peachy tried to tell me that you sometimes put the milk in first. And I was like, come on now. He went, it's on the, I think it's on the saga. He's like, yeah, if you're making it in fine china. I was like, right, all right, but you're not putting the milk in first, are you? So if you're making it in fine china, you're supposed to put the milk in first. So when you pour the tea in, the heat, this is true, the heat of the tea doesn't crack the china. Because as it hits the milk, it disperses the instant heat straight away, doesn't crack the china. I was like, yes, Peachy, what are you pouring in? Are you pouring in hot water, or are you pouring in tea that you've made in a pot? He's like, oh, tea.
What type of pot?
I was like, it's tea. He's like, so I said, so if it's tea, you haven't put the milk in first, have you? Because the water's already gone in with the tea bag. That's the first step, always.
What type of pot?
One with a spout and handle.
Don't you be coming at me with a metal teapot. What type of pot?
I don't use teapot.
May I suggest A Man Called Uncle World War II spy thriller starring Henry Cavill?
Will, you've paid to say this twice. Who the fuck owns fine china in this economy? Peachy and his Rockstar Games Workshop wages. Watch the saga.
He's a simple man. He just wants to stare at Sean Bean all day and make tea with his fine china. That's all he wants.
Don't anger Peachy. You grew up in the mean streets of Games Workshop's parking lot. Yeah, absolutely. How do these Tinternets work? I dead ass can't find a Discord link. Exclamation mark Discord. Oh, you've got it. There we go. You've done it already. Peachy would break loose, I bet. He would be the type who would want to talk about all of his favourite parts and give you random knowledge of the scenes, uniforms, weapons, all without asking.
My eye suggested A Man Called Uncle World War II spy thriller starring Henry Cavill. It's super underrated in my opinion.
A World War II spy thriller actually sounds interesting. So I've not seen anything here with him in it because I don't really give a fuck about Superman. And there's lots of hype about Witcher, but I played the game and I'm kind of a bit reluctant. I'll be honest with you, chat, straight up, I was reluctant to watch Fallout. I was very reluctant to watch Fallout. And it was only when the reviews started coming through about how good it was compared to the game, I was like, and we'll watch Fallout. And I'm sure the Witcher series is good, but...
Can we watch Fallout again and this time I can ask my questions?
You could have asked questions anyway, I kept pausing.
No, because it would have been really annoying because you'd have been like, just watch it! Can we watch it again and I'll ask my question?
Yeah, not gonna lie, I didn't think the Twitch commands would be the same on the YouTubes. Well, some of us are genius and we get the bots working everywhere.
I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Show season 1 of the Game of Thrones and he'd be done. Yeah, with Mr. Being getting his head cut off. British tea making drama is the content I'm here for. It is an issue, right? You get your mug of tea, right?
Do you think mugs are getting smaller?
No, they hold the same amount of fluid.
I feel like mugs are getting smaller.
Take your mug, Models for Heroes, exclamation mark M4H, right? Take your mug. The first thing you do is you put your tea bag in as you click your kettle on. That is already an alien concept to some of our American friends who don't own kettles. In what world are we living in?
My favourite kettle was my...
I hated this one. I know what you're going to say.
Whistling kettle.
So you click your little electric kettle on, which boils your water to 100 degrees Celsius, right? Put your tea bag in, and then you choose the amount of sugar. I'm currently, apart from my first brew of the day, trying to go down to 1 sugar.
Oh no. Oh no, that won't last.
I think it will.
No, tea is like sweet, sweet nectar to you. It won't last.
And then, once you've got your 1 sugar, well, actually, the 1 sugar goes in before the tea bag, strictly. And the tea bag goes on top. And the reason why the tea bag goes on top of your sugar is that literally the kettle goes click and I pour. And Luz will tell you, this is a true story. Kettle goes click and I pour straight away. And you want the tea bag on top of the sugar so the hot water instantly hits the tea bag. You fill it right up to the top, right? And then you basically just introduce the milk to the cup. You go, hey cup, here's some milk. You don't really pour much in. You go, whoop, like that, right? This is where Joe gets it wrong. When I comment on tea during games or whatever with Joe and he's made it, that's because I get my milk and I'm literally like, boop, done. Joe's like, boop, 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 boop. I'm like, it's coming out looking like the fucking skin tone of someone from Finland. I don't like. What's that? That's not tea. It's just warm milk. So you go boop, like that, right? And then you stir it. You get rid of your tea bag, and then before you walk away from the kettle, you take a sip. Like that. That's the bit that most people don't do.
No. I boil the kettle, tea bag in the teapot, pour your water in the teapot, and then leave it for like 2-3 minutes.
Might be too cold then to drink.
Well, that's your tea. My tea, leave it for 2 minutes. So the tea that you pour, it's so like velvety browny orange, because otherwise it's just yellow water because you've not given time. But loose tea is the best one. Loose tea, like there's a definite taste difference between bagged tea and loose tea.
I use honey instead of sugar. I've been told that. I've been thinking about getting a little pot of squirty honey and just going instead of sugar in the tea. Because honey's good for you. White sugar isn't.
Yeah.
So, what's this thing about Americans not owning kettles? Everyone I know owns an electric kettle, even the guy who doesn't have a bed frame. Wait, hang on, what? Let's circle back to that, dang Skippy. What are you about? Guy doesn't have a bed frame. Well, all the people who I've stayed with don't have kettles. And when I say all the people I've stayed with, I mean Adrian. Adrian! Do you have a tea cozy, Luce?
I used to.
We used to have a tea cozy at home in my mum and dad's house when I was growing up that my mum knitted. Right?
Oh my God.
And was red and white stripes for saints.
That might be my Karen for my birthday.
Can't gift RN, so here's $5.
Oh,
How dare
amazing.
you be a bad player? Consider yourself a not good, sir.
Thank you so much, Star, for the 5. Although I'd like to remind you that $5 would have been a single gifted membership. Just throwing that out there.
Do you know what I need? I have a little personal teapot. I need a cozy for my personal.
I think don't quote me on this. Ask my mum, and she might tell you differently. But I think what she did, if I'm honest with you, is she basically followed the pattern for a woolly hat, right?
Oh.
And then just didn't just like sewed a bit of it together, and then sewed the rest of it together, and then sewed a little bit together, so that the hand and the spout could come out of the. I think that's what she did. I just think she used a woolly hat like knitting pattern, and that was it.
So she didn't need like the thermal.
Oh, it was just
thing.
wool.
Okay.
It was just it wasn't fancy loose. It was just wool, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. Talking of which, I had a phone call from my brother today, which is odd because
Yeah.
he never phones me.
No.
We message each other once every week to 2 weeks normally. He never phones me, and he phoned me today. Right, and if you aren't from the UK, this is going to be completely irrelevant to you. But we play a sport called football where you actually use feet. Weird, I know. Strange to consider that football feet, right? I, as you probably already know, chat, I live and grew up in a place called Southampton. And when we were growing up, my dad was more of a football fan than a rugby fan. Now, typically, I would consider myself nowadays more of a rugby fan than a football fan. But I still follow my home side. I'm not one of these people who's from Southampton and supports Manchester United, because that's fucking stupid. I was born in Southampton. That's where I was raised, so I support Southampton Football Club. The amount of people that I hear with like London accents who support Liverpool, like brilliant. Anyway, by the by, there is many tiers of football, from the Premiership, which is the creme de la creme of pansies falling over to blades of grass and rolling around pretending they've hurt themselves whilst getting paid 50 grand a week, all the way down to like conferences and lower leagues and all sorts, and various amounts of money involved in each of those. And the top flight is serious amounts of money. The second flight down, which is called the Championship, is where my team currently resides. And we're at the end of the season now, and my team finished 4th, and the top 3 teams go up. And what used to happen was the top 3 teams go up, and we wouldn't have gone up. We wouldn't have been promoted to the Premiership. But a decision that was made many, many, many years ago is the top 2 teams go up, and teams 3, 4, 5, and 6 go into the playoffs. So even Team 6 could be promoted. And the idea being, when they created this, was that teams that were sat midway through the table over halfway through the season still had a reason to fight. Because if they could get themselves into 6th place, they would still have a chance of getting promoted. And it kept the league a lot more exciting. And it did. Sometimes I feel bad for the teams that come third. Because sometimes the teams that come third go into the playoffs, don't win, and they don't go up, and they came third. But that's like, it's the same for everybody, right? Southampton came 4th, so they didn't get automatically promoted, but they did go into the playoff finals. And they won the semi-final, and they're in the final of the playoffs against Leeds United. No one likes Leeds, which is on Sunday at Wembley. And on Monday, my brother and I tried to get tickets, and the ticketing website was an absolute complete farce and fiasco. And I was in a queue for 2.5 hours, only for the website to dick me around repeatedly for half an hour. And every time I selected seats and went to basket, it then told me someone else had bought them. And then it refreshed, and it would give you different seats, and it would let you book those seats and told you, you can't have these 2 seats. The 2 seats that you've selected, this is legitimately a message. The 2 seats that you've selected are no longer available, but we have these 2 seats instead. And you're like, accept, add to basket, go to pay. They've already been sold. You fucking are. Anyway, I got to a point where eventually I got a big message that came out on the screen that said, now sold out. I was like, you fucking arseholes.
Microwave your tea water, freedom style. America.
Brandon, thank you so much for the tea. Right, so I was fucking really angry and annoyed at the ticketing system, but messaged my brother and was like, I couldn't get us tickets. It was an absolute fucking nightmare. Looked on Twitter, looked on Facebook. Apparently it wasn't just me having that issue. So many people had the same issue. Anywho, I got a phone call from him today. Not sure exactly how this happened, but they released an additional 1,000 tickets for Saints fans. Something about Leeds fans buying too many tickets or lying or whatever. I don't know I don't know exactly the detail, but they released an extra 1,000 tickets, and he phoned me to say, "I've got us 2 tickets. We're going to Wembley on Sunday." That's a nice thing, isn't it? That cheered me up. So we're off to Wembley on Sunday to watch Saints play Leeds in the final.
Lovely.
Yeah, really nice. I'm looking forward to that. I have been to watch Saints play at major stadiums twice. I went in 2003 to watch them play Arsenal in the FA Cup final, and we lost 1-0.
Okay.
To a Robert Perez goal. That's the thing. And then I watched them in 2000 and... I want to say 13, but it might be before. At the Johnson's Paint Trophy final.
Oh, I think I remember that one.
And we won. So I've watched us win at Wembley, lose at the Millennium Stadium, and now we'll see if I can make it 2-1.
UC Lettuce is looking at Sunak last game. LMFAO.
I didn't. Thank you so much, Mr. Kindface, for the two pound. Anyway, we are, chat, 11 minutes away from the end of the stream, and there is going to be a loose fact. There is going to be a loose fact.
Yeah.
There's going to be a loose fact, right? We are 9 members away from hitting our membership goal. We've hit the super chat goal. We're 9 members away from hitting the membership goal. There's 213 people in chat. 9 people away, 213 people in chat. Quick maths. Oh. Did you just hit your cable?
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Stop. What are you doing?
I'm not near it.
Can you wiggle it? You've hit it. Wiggle the cable. Right, there you go. Oh, we fixed it. Okay. 230 people in chat. 9 to go. That means if every single person in chat gifts a single membership, 9 to go, we'll probably hit the total. But we'd need all of you to do it to get to 100. That's how maths works, isn't it, Luce?
No, it's not. No.
Yeah. Johnson's Paint Trophy final. I was there. So were we. We were there as well. Yes, Mag for Brain. Leeds fans are cunts. Well, I mean, I'm sure not all of them, right? Whitey55, thank you for the 10 gifted. Don't forget, chat, it needs all 213 of you to gift 1 for it to work, though. Thank you for the 10 gifted, Whitey55. That puts him on 30. 30 gifted from Whitey55. 30 gifted from Will Stewart. Amazing people. Amazing human beings. I love you all very different. Lots. Evan, thank you for the gifted. Brandon, thank you for the gifted.
Sound it out.
I'm really tired today. It's been a hard week already. I'm looking forward. We're going to legitimately chat. I'm finishing on time tonight because I've already spoke to Luce. Stream goes off. Showers are had. Tea is made in bed because I'm fucked. And tomorrow morning, to continue on my journey, I'm straight back in the gym for my 8th consecutive session.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm doing it, chat. I'm doing it. 8th consecutive session in the gym. Then I have the Liam and Joe show. Then I have a stream to get ready for, although I don't have to be on the stream tomorrow night, which is amazing. Holier, thank you for 5 gifted. Dang Skippy, thank you for a gifted. Electman, thank you for a gifted. Vaguely Useful, thank you for a gifted. If this carries on, I'm going to have to open up this giveaway bot just in case. Just Jupiter, thank you for a gifted. Star Pilot, thank you for the gifted. Right, we've got that open now. We've got the giveaway open just in case. Brian Garrett, thank you for the gifted. Oh my God, it might happen. Voodoo, thank you for the gifted. Oh my fuck. 40k medic. I'm glad I opened the giveaway bot. Thank you for 50 gifted members. Mr. McCardle's not even here. Jesus shit the bed. Will Stewart, thank you for 1 more gifted, you beautiful human being. 50 gifted medics. Gifted medics? 50 gifted members
That's
from
it.
Mr. the 40k medic.
That's Whitey's 55. He's kidnapped 55 medics.
He's
and
kidnapped
40k
50
medic is going to be lucky number 56.
Oh my God. Mr. the 40k medic, thank you for the 50 gifted. That means we are in fact going to be giving away a Lictor t-shirt. And that will happen after Luce's fact. So straight after Luce's fact, I'm going to click roll it. if you comment in chat from now until Lucy's fact, you will be entered in with a chance of winning a free Lictor Hardly Newer t-shirt. Exclamation mark merch. You want to see what they look like, right? If you win it, you can either go to the channel about page or Discord, and then you can message me directly either via email or on Discord, at which point you can give me your t-shirt size, your favourite colour out of the ones we have available, and your address, and we'll get one shipped out to you. If you give us your email address and your phone number as well, we can also give you the tracking details, okay? Mr. 40k Medic, honestly, I think you gifted 10 yesterday as well. Thank you so much, you fucking legend. I love you. I hope you and Zenna are doing very, very well. Doing very, very well. Oh, honestly, unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable. 164 members it's ended on. Everyone keep commenting, because that's how you get entered. If you don't comment, you're not entered, right? And the giveaway bot currently tells me that there are 39 eligible users. So keep commenting. 40 eligible users, going up and up and up. Right? Keep commenting, people. 42 eligible users. Yeah, it's climbing. There we go. Okay. You beautiful humans, you've got yourselves a Lictor t-shirt. I think it's fair. 150 members Lictor t-shirt. I think it's fair. Also, whilst I'm here, I'm aware that I lied to you all a little bit, right? Last Friday, I can't remember why, but last Friday we had a fun, exciting stream, and I can't remember what we were talking about. And what I had is I had a bunch of codes from the Skulls event to give away to you people. So I've got a Steam code for Vermintide, Darktide, Blood Bowl 3, Rogue Trader, Battle Sector. What else is Steam? Bolt Gun and Mechanicus. Right, I've got a Steam code for every single one of those games to give away. We're going to be giving these away on Friday. Okay, so we're going to have the giveaway bot open all Friday. We are going to give these away on Friday. Now, all of you that watch, 200 people watching, I assume most of you also watch After Dark. If I don't say something in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the stream, someone fucking remind me, because I'll have forgotten. Okay. But I need to give these codes away because I don't want them, and I might as well give them to you people. All right? And what we're going to do is I'll work out how many Steam codes do we have? Steam code 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 codes. We do 90 minutes. So we'll do like one every 10 minutes.
Lictor, oh, I knew her.
Lucky you. Lucky you. So yeah, so we'll give those Steam codes away on Friday. We'll probably just do it every 10-15 minutes. What I was going to do was I was going to be a greedy little cunt and say every 20 gifted memberships we'll give a code away. I'm not going to do that. We'll just do it every 10 minutes. Give them all away. All right? And then if you want to pay us back for it, you can. But you don't have to. All right? You don't have to at all. Right. Have you picked yourself a cheeky little fact?
Yeah.
White Rhino. White Rhino. I think you won last night. Someone in chat tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'm sure if you look at the last 10 minutes of last night, I'm pretty sure you won last night, White Rhino. I think I'm already waiting for a message from you. Because you just said, pick me, Senpai. I think you've already won one. I'm sure you've already won one. Anyway, Lucy's picked her a fact. If you're new here, and now we've got 164 new members, you actually might be new here. This is our loose fact segment, right? Which is most people's, fuck you all. I keep it at the end on purpose. Because if I did it at the start of the show, everyone watched the fact and fucked off, right?
No, they wouldn't.
This is most people's favourite part of the show. This is loose fact. So she picks a fact at random. Or does she? Or does she make it up? She reads it out of this wonderful book of random facts. And we have, in fact, proven on numerous occasions that facts in this book are, in fact, bullshit, right? Okay. So, when she reads the fact out, you have to decide if it's a loose fact or a loose fact, right? If you type it as in her name, L-U-C-E, you're suggesting this fact is true. It is, in fact, a genuine fact. If, however, you think it's complete bollocks, it's a loose fact, it's L-O-O-S-E, and you have to pick and choose which one you think this is. After the loose fact, I'm going to hit roll it on the giveaway button, right? And chat has agreed and confirmed that the White Rhino last night is the person who won the t-shirt giveaway from yesterday and hasn't messaged me yet. So I'm assuming when he's saying pick me, I'm thinking he means, oh, I don't know, I won yesterday. So there you go, you've won, right? Okay.
A snail can sleep for 3 years.
I think we need more detail. In a row?
Yes. Otherwise, that's not news. If you're just collectively adding up all the sleep, that's not. It'll be 3 years in one go. Bosh, 3 years. See you in 2027. I'm going to bed.
I probably could sleep for 3 years right now.
Yeah, I think I could.
I don't know if it'd do it in one go though. That sounds like nonsense. 3 years a snail sleeps.
Why wouldn't it be? What
if it
fact book would like? Oh,
If
collectively, the snail can sleep.
It would die. It would dry out. It would die.
Might not.
There's
It's
no
got a
way a
shell.
snail sleeps
Maybe it
for
goes
3
to its
hours.
shell.
Nah, that sounds bollocks.
Right, I'm googling.
The White Rhino says, I missed it because my wife thinks her day is more important than 40k games. I think that's nonsense. A snail can sleep for 3 years. Is it like a technicality? A snail, it sleeps for 3 years in snail years, which is actually 20 minutes. Is that what it is? I think it's I think it's just nonsense. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, it's already here. Someone else has googled it.
Mordy Hammer said reroll because I think Mordy Hammer's already won a t-shirt.
Oh.
Or Mordy Hammer's already bought a t-shirt. So he said reroll. Mordy Hammer, can you just confirm in chat for me you definitely want to reroll and you don't want another Lictor t-shirt? Because you won fair and square. I'm happy to send you one, or we can send you a standard channel one. There's a couple of designs. Or, very, very soon, I'll be launching the new ones. And I can send you one of those, but I don't know how long you have to wait for that one, Mordy Hammer. So you can have a Greater Good t-shirt. This is my favourite, by the way, Lise. Hang on.
Mm-hmm. It's true, by the way. Google says it's true.
No,
So, it's true.
so Google. If you Google it enough
listen
times,
to this.
right?
By sleeping,
No.
Snails can retain moisture and avoid excessively hot or dry climates. If the weather is unaccommodating, snails can sleep for 3 years straight. Depending on the geography, snails can turn to hibernation in the winter or estivation called summer sleep to avoid dry climates.
For 3 years,
there
though.
you go. Shove that up your pipe
Plenty of
and
animals
smoke
hibernate,
it.
but not 3 years is a fucking bug. So Mordy Hammer's the thing now. Thinking about saving for the news. This is bearing in mind one of the things I'm trying to do now over the course of this year is actually strengthen and release a decent merch range. So this comes from I'm gonna throw this out there, and I'm gonna be a bit brave here. I've looked at other channels' merch ranges, and on the whole, I think they're pretty shit. So I want to make a cool merch range, and I want a cool merch range that isn't just my channel logo in places, right? I don't want it that's just got my channel logo everywhere, right? I don't want that. So I wanted to make a cool merch range. We started with a Lictor t-shirt. We do have the Hardly Noah range that will be expanding in the near future. So I commissioned another one. Now, most of you will know that a lot of the silly quotes that we use during the game stream specifically come from that incredible film Hot Fuzz, which actually Joe and I watched again yesterday. We had it on the TV anyway because we were working away. Fucking brilliant film. So the next one that we did is for all those towel players who don't get enough love, right? We got this one made. I'm going to show it to chat in a minute. Right, there you go. Ready? Oh, it's a bit bright. Oh, you can't really see it. Oh, can you see it? What if I bring it this far? You get the idea, chat. You get the idea? Well, maybe. Okay, well, let's try this. Let's try this one instead. I'll be with you in a minute, chat. I need to show you this before we go. Mordy Hammer, if you want this one, right, you can have this one instead.
Dave says, of course it's true that snails can sleep for 3 years. It takes Brom 5 years to do a turn.
In snail years?
Oh, what is a snail year? How long is a snail year?
I don't believe for a minute they actually sleep for 3 human years. I think that's nonsense.
A snail year. That's not what I asked.
Are you ready, chat?
What I asked.
You ready? You ready? You ready? Here we go. I've done a better job of showing you it now. Here's the new t-shirt design. Right? This is the new t-shirt design. This is going to be coming out on t-shirts probably within the next week. Scrivo actually put his signature on this one as well, thankfully.
Good.
I said to him, right, because he was, I didn't think you want my signature on your t-shirt designs. I was like, it's your artwork. Yes, I want your signature on my t-shirt designs, Scrivo. It's your work. So he's like, okay. And he messaged me, he's like, I put a little one. I was like, good. I'm glad. There you go. This is what we're going to do. This is the new t-shirt, right? That's going to be coming out in the next week or so. The Greater Good. Fucking great. I love his t-shirt designs. Cool as shit, right? Greater Good. There we go. Okay. So, Mordy Hammer, just before I hit the reroll button, I think you've said wait for the new one. Do you want me to reroll a Lictor t-shirt? Or, when this goes live in the next week or so, would you like one of these instead? Because you did legit win the giveaway. Let me know. As soon as you let me know, I'll either hit reroll or just end the stream. Okay?
Did you know snails can live up to 15 years in
Oh
captivity.
my god! I bet if you googled it enough, it would tell you that the Earth's
15.
flat as well.
Shall I? Is the
Is that the Wu-Tang Clan?
Oh. What is the true shape of Earth? Oblate spheroid.
Okay.
Oblate spheroid. That sounds like a good band.
Mordy up and left. Jay just fucks off, didn't he? He's like, ah, fuck this. I don't want a t-shirt. If I don't get do you know what I'll do? If I don't get a message from him, I'll hit reroll anyway, and then I think Mordy Hammer drops. Did he? Oh, has he gone? Let me see if I can find him in the Thames. Boop. Well, I tell you what I'm going to do, chat. I'm feeling generous tonight. I'm going to re-roll it anyway and give someone else a t-shirt. And then I'll also say to Mordy that he can also have a new Greater Good one if he wants to. Right? Just because you've smashed it. And we got a new Thane tonight, so we'll just do 2 t-shirts in one night.
You want to?
I think it's nice, isn't it?
Okay.
Mordy Hammer's gone. He did say re-roll. I got to run workshite. So he said re-roll. We'll re-roll it. But if you actually wanted the Greater Good t-shirt,
Greater Good,
then I'll give him that one as well. Okay. Roll it. Oh, it's all the Thames that are winning tonight. Christopher Sanford, PlayStation Gloucester. If you don't want a Greater Good t-shirt, I'll be surprised. Right? All the Thames are winning it tonight. There we go. Chris Sanford, I'm assuming you're still there. Same rules for you. If you've already got a Lictor t-shirt, because the Thames went pretty mad and bought lots of Lictor t-shirts. If you've already got a Lictor t-shirt, you are welcome to have a Greater Good one when it comes out, okay? So, there you go. Did I see your message earlier, Charlie Tango? No. I don't think I did. Anyway. I will see if he pops up and says something. But there you go, right? We've got a t-shirt for Mordy Hammer, a t-shirt for Christopher Sanford, PlayStation Gloucester. I love saying that name every time. It makes me happy. I don't know why. Which means both of them are probably be starting, because I think both of them have got Lictor t-shirts. Both of them are probably going to be sporting the new Greater Good t-shirt in the very near future.
the Greater
The
Good.
Greater Good, yeah. Oh, love it. Right, you people have been absolutely incredible. That is now the end of tonight's stream, which means we're over halfway through the stream schedule for the week. That's 4 streams down. Tomorrow we have the Liam and Joe show at 13:30. We're going to be talking about the new Emperor's Children rules. All of those rules that got released, we're going to talk about that on tomorrow's Liam and Joe show. And there might be a bit of an angry Joe. Then on Thursday evening, tomorrow evening, you've got Space Wolves with Brom. Oh, woo! Taking on Joe and Chaos Space Marines. And I think he's going to default to his favourite detachment. And you might actually watch him just like get revenge for the last 2 games he's played against me and Vince on Brom. I might actually give Joe full permission to just bully Brom for a night. Right, there you go. Then on Friday we come back at 8:30 with 40k After Dark. Right, the last show of the week, and that will be 1 week, 7 fucking streams. Smashing out, babe. All the content. All the content. Do you have enough time to cover all the rules? I don't know. It's going to be a tight stream, right? Thank you for the entertainment. Thank you so much for being here, Vaguely Useful. Thank you for paying that membership forward. You're all amazing. Christopher Sanford, PlayStation Gloucester says he wants a Greater Good tea. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, right. That's everything. You want to say anything, Luce?
No.
Hopefully you'll join us for the next 3 streams this week. Thank you for the support this week so far. Thank you for your support tonight, ending on 164 of the finest memberships. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.